Hey there folks, welcome to another train simulator video. Got another good one I have eagerly been waiting for since this hit the airwaves, as far as the fact that it was being built by the guys over at Diesel Workshop that brought us the likes of all of those amazing Alco RS3 packs and beyond. Well, they're at it again. We now have the Baldwin AS-616, which what you see here in this original livery, which is the, I'm probably going to mess it up, the Estrada de Ferro Central do Brasil. And then there is also the Sault Ste. Number 395, which you'll get in the pack, which I have sent back there to the left. Take a look at that in just a moment. This is $12 in American doll hairs and American funny monies. $12. You're also going to get these gondolas back here, which is a nice surprise. I didn't even realize this was coming with the pack here. We'll take a look at those as well, of course. But a little bit about the AS-616, if you are not entirely aware. This is, of course, the Baldwin AS-616 diesel-electric Coco trucked locomotive built by Baldwin Lima Hamilton between 1950 and 1954. 19 railroads originally bought these, totaling a little over 200 units all in all. They were essentially sought after for the extremely high tractive effort that they had at low speed, so a lot of pulling power down low. They had a 608A prime mover, 8-cylinder, turbocharged, 4-stroke, pushing at, they had about 1,625 horsepower, but they were rated at 1,600 horsepower. Their tractive effort starting was 97,500, sorry, starting out, and then 78,750 continuous. They were used in North America, Mexico, Brazil, and Jamaica. Just a few railroads that used them, just to name a couple: Bessemer and Lake Erie, Chicago Northwestern, C&O, Pennsy, SPUP. And speaking of Southern Pacific and Union Pacific, there is supposed to be a pack coming that they noted that they are working on. So this is essentially the first pack, and then the next pack to come will be the I think what they're calling the Pacifics pack. So we'll have the Union Pacific and Southern Pacific, and that will be amazing. Especially, I'm especially looking forward to the SP personally. But a very, very nice looking pack here. Essentially what these were, they weren't terribly famous. I mean, yes, they had a lot of low-end tractive effort and pulling power, but they competed with the likes of the EMD F3 and the Alco FA series. And they were their best-selling road switcher for Baldwin. They offered dynamic braking and multiple unit support as option only, so that they did not come with these from the factory by default. And what the name stands for, because it's kind of funky, Baldwin's always been kind of known for a weird name. The AS stood for all service. 6 is 6 powered axles, and 16 or 1600 is 1600 horsepower. So that's what you get. So another thing I want to take a quick look at here is there's a nice little manual. See if I can scooch it over on the screen here. There we go. A nice little manual that comes with this. Let me blow it up some here. So it shows you what you got. A little bit about the locomotive. Tells you about the liveries. Let's see. These are the gondolas. I'm not sure what they are. I believe it's coal. It sure looks like coal anyway. They're nice looking gonds from what I've seen so far. What your controls do, I'll definitely be looking at that. And all your keybinds. And this down here, which I thought was neat. my buddy Central Jersey Rail fan, cab interior sounds. So that's cool. I have not heard what these sound like interior-wise, except for just, you know, firing them up and them sitting here right now, so I'm looking forward to that. And it says the sounds themselves from the 608A are freeware from Trains. Now, Trains isn't my personal favorite. I tried messing around with it for a little while. It just wasn't my jam, but there are some good stuff from Trains or TRS, whatever the hell you want to call it. You know, so these sound all right. I mean, they certainly sound better than any, you know, 608 or Alco engine that we normally get for Train Simulator. Just putting that out there. And of course, Fernando Martins, modeling, texturing, and scripting, the big guy. He's the one that makes all this lovely, lovely stuff. So I'm going to keep this over here to the side while I'm taking a look at it here, just to make sure I know what the hell I'm doing. First, I want to look at these coal guns, though. I think they're coal. If they're not, please do correct me. I couldn't really figure out much about them. They look low side. I like that they're ribbed. I mean, they look very, very nice. They look very nice, and it's cool that it's a little extra comes with a locomotive, and still, this is $12, $12. So you get a loaded, which I got two set up here, and unloaded variant. And look at that. That's nice. That's interesting, the way they dump there. Are they coal? I am not entirely certain. But they look pretty good. But between Machine Rail and Diesel Workshop, they got some nice rolling stock. Some nice Portuguese, Brazilian, and otherwise rolling stock. So some nice, just little extra guns that, you know, you could paint up possibly, or just use on there. I think they got a couple of nice freeware routes as well that you could use these on. But this, we've got another Baldwin in TS. What is there, like 2? And this one's actually worth a darn. This thing is gorgeous. It looks amazing. I love these trucks, these old trucks. SKF on there. They look very nice, very detailed. The coils. It looks very good. There's their logo, as per usual. Front of this thing again, I like their air hoses. I feel like their air hoses look really nice. Front of this bad boy. The colors look pretty good. The texturing as well. You know, it looks on par with all their other stuff, and I am not disappointed by their other payware at all. It looks pretty much up to snuff. You can see some mechanical bits through the mesh there, which is nice. It's a pretty good looking mesh as well. We'll hop in here, see what we can see. Got the vent up top as well. Bell, nice Bell model, and their headlights. I love their headlight models. Very nice. Right on. And these were before the advent of you know, porches all the way around, so you better have a sure footing if you're on this thing while it was moving. Check out the mesh up here as well. That is very nice mesh right there. Like that. Pop the headlight on, of course. Wow! So it's front and rear. H, front. This is essentially the front, the short end, or the short hood. And Shift H is the rear. And again, their lights look very nice. They're not like crazy overly orange or too white, you know. They look very good. They look natural. You know, pretty much depending... Oop, you got the tank car there. Whatever angle you're at. If I had one gripe, just because I've been spoiled as of late with the shadow casting, if there was an option to turn the shadow casting off, that would be amazing. Or just have it dynamic where it turns on in low light settings, like or in a tunnel or something like that, which a lot of other products, freeware, namely, has seen as of late. The mesh on the top here looks very nice as well. The horn, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's an E2 exhaust stack. Yeah, I'm liking this mesh up here. These fins and vents. It's weathered very nicely. It's a little bit harder to see because of the dark color, but I do like the colors on this Estrada do Brasil. Oh wait, did I get that wrong? EFCB. Let's say that. I always get it mixed up. It's a mouthful. Not used to saying it. But it's a damn good looking model. We'll hop in this one first and take a look around. So of course you can't open the windows like all their other products. Door should be operable as well. If I can grab the flipping handle. There we go. Thought it made a sound there for a minute. Yeah, there you go. So it does have a little sound. That Sault Ste. Marie back there is running, making a lot of noise, but it looks... And that interior light, I love their interior lights as well. I always get super geeked out about their stuff because it's very nice. And for the price, I mean, you cannot go wrong. You literally cannot go wrong. It looks very, very nice in here. All the weathering, the scratches. In this department, I'd say they bumped this up. Like, these two panels back here look amazing. Very, very nice. Control stand. Look at this thing, man. These old Baldwins. 50s, 1950s. The new diesel electric. I mean, steam engines were still running. Some of them normal service revenue. Left and right. These puppies were coming out. So we got our handbrake here. We'll see what kind of views we got here. So we got this side. There you go. So there is a sound when you first open it, it would seem. So it's just... So you got three. You got this down here, which is nice. Nice view. Look at this control stand. Good golly, Miss Molly. Look at the nut in there. The nut. On that hand wheel. Good Lord. That looks nice. It's got some nice animation to it. It'd be nice if it made a little squeaky noise, but it doesn't make any noise, sadly. Got our headlight switches. They don't seem to make noise for some reason, but these up here do, so we'll turn the class lights on. Number lights, they're already on. The gauge lights, cab lights on. And our wipers. Now, Central Jersey Railfan, the guy that brought us the awesome EMD 567 pack for the freeware stuff over the last, like, year or whatever, obviously had something to do with this pack. I don't know if this maybe had something to do with it. We haven't fired the engine up. I'm going to wait and do that in the Sault Ste. Marie back there. But the wiper sounds good. That was very nice. Got a heater down there. Sounds pretty good. It's a little bit tinny. Could be a little chunkier, but it sounds pretty good, all things considered. There we go, 90 PSI, looking good. About 89, actually. That's kind of cool. It's not spot on. It's like 89-ish. Gauge looks very nice. Grease lubrication. I'm really liking the interior textures here. These look very nice. This panel right here looks a tiny bit flat. Like there's no depth to it or something. I don't know. I don't know the technicals. I'm just going by what I see here. But compared to like everything else, like this looks amazing. This is almost like photoreal. But this up here... Maybe it's just the angle. Yeah, it could just be the angle, because it looks really nice from there. Alarm bell up there. Dude, this is sick. I'm really liking this. Let's see what we got here. Fan, engine stop, engine start. Gen field, engine run. Let's see, let me look at the manual to my right here real quick, see if I'm missing anything. Okay, I think I got it all. Let's head outside here. So I got the class lights on the back there. Those are... So the class light color, like with all their other products, are Let's see, U and Shift U. No U. There we go. Nice. And that goes back. So U changes it up, red, green, white, and then Shift U, white, green, red. And look at that. There's even a bit of casting of the colored light. Let me get that damn headlight off there. There's even a bit of casting on the colored light down there below. I don't know if that would have been in real life per se. Maybe it's like bleeding through the box up here, but I kind of like that. That looks nice. Alright, so that is the Brazilian variant. We'll get in this thing and shut it down. And look at this absolute beauty. Ay, 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 ay. So this one's a little bit different. If you note the front, the handrails on this one. Oh, dear Lord. Damn it. I didn't mean to do that. Let's try that again. Anyway, the handrails look a bit different. Look at the handrails here versus here. And the ones on the back as well. They had a slightly different setup. These look like they were set up for multiple unit running. All these cables and this bit here, all this deal here. Well, these were not. This is not a dynamic numbered locomotive NTS, as I'd like to mention. This is 395, and 395 was a unique engine. This thing started off as a demonstrator, number 1600 by Baldwin in September 1949, and it was sold to Duluth, South Shore, and Atlantic, or DSSA, as number 211 in like 1952, and then SOO Line, after gobbling all that up, it became SOO number 395 in the April of 1962, and then retired finally in 66 and scrapped, sadly. So it's pretty cool. There's a little bit of history behind this one. There were a few of them, but it honestly, it looks nice. The red, I was kind of taken back by some of the media of these, looking at the red, because I was like, man, something's going on. But now that I'm looking at it, I see, and it looks amazing. It's just paint. You know, when this thing was repainted in Sault Ste. Marie colors, paint was just missed on some of these cracks and crevices and hinges and all that good stuff, and it looks very nice. It's not just, you know, like slapped red, like opening Microsoft Paint and then doing the paint bucket and clicking, you're done. It's not that. You know, I mean, look at this handle here, for example. That looks really good, and there, it even looks like it's got some bump mapping in here with the kind of textured metal, if you will, down here in the vents as well. This looks really nice. The red is nice. It's not too red, you know. It's not too light of a red either. It looks worn. It looks weathered. Even got a bit of weathering up here on the windows. Oh, for Pete's sake. I just clicked on that one again. I didn't mean to, but whatevs. And another thing you may note, I don't have a driver in here. There's driver and non-driver variants, which is nice to have. But even the white, so the white paint out here, I mean, look at this. It's missing. Well, it's not missing, it's just worn in these vents. Look at all the vents on this thing. Talk about 3D city, man. Good Lord, that looks nice. Which the that one does have, but I feel like they're slightly different. I don't know. Something seems different as far as the vents. Now, this one does have the handrail for safety features hanging on. Yard crews, all that good stuff. Hostlers. There we go. See what we got down here. Nice. Okay, I didn't know this was here. Baldwin Westinghouse Diesel Electric Locomotive. Construction number 75494. AS-616, 1600 horsepower. May 1952. Philadelphia, PA, USA. That's awesome. That's a good looking plate, man. That looks amazing. And this discoloration It's like it's been rubbed with a wool pad or something. Just wearing it out. It looks good. It looks really nice. Bolts here as well. I am liking this thing. It kind of stinks that we don't really have anywhere to run these in the game, sadly. So I am on Adriana County for what it's worth. Now the next pack they're supposed to come out with, the UP and SP. You know, you gotta pick of the litter with those where you can run them. Nice bell again. Pop the headlights on here. Bell animation. And I love these when you shut them off. That little bit of reverb. Very nice. This thing, oh my god, I love this. This paint on this thing, I like it a lot. The logo looks good. I mean, it's pretty basic. SOO, SOO. It looks nice. You can kind of see. Now I don't know much about this. I just look at stuff. I'm just a user. All right. But you can kind of see through it. I don't know if it was actually like that. Maybe it's just worn again, like a lot of the paint would be on this thing. Once the Sault Ste. Marie finally got a hold of it. But this is some damn good modeling. Even this, look at this. It's not just a flat white. They took the time to just muddy it up a bit, you know. Good gosh. Look at the top of this sucker. Oh, forgot the horn. That is nice. So I'm pretty sure that's an E2. The model of it looks very nice. Sounds amazing. Listen to that too. The end of it. The end of the sound file there when you toot it. It's still got that little bit of like click going on at the end there like some of this stuff does, but it's definitely not the worst thing in the world. It sounds really nice though. We'll do it from a distance, see how loud it is. Still a little quiet. I'd like it a little bit louder, but I'm partially deaf anyway in one ear, so it'd be nice if it was a little bit louder, if I'm honest. These steps, even the weathering behind these grab irons, holy moly, that looks nice. That looks really damn good. Hop in this one here. I don't expect much to be different with how this one looks. Seems pretty legit. Let's go ahead and fire the sucker up, shall we? Let's see, can we use the button here? I just turned it off. Okay, I'm a total idiot. I thought the Brazilian engine was running, not this one. Okay, let's try that again. That's not a bad noise. It's not a bad noise. I like the needles. You know, the fact that the gauges actually move. With their Alco RS3s, which I didn't even realize for the longest darn time that they actually moved as far as like, temperature and oil and all that good stuff. Of course, I'm in the 8 key, so they are down or look like they're off. You go back in the 1 key though, the interior view, and they're back up. Interior horn. Wait, the long hood is technically the front. I said that very incorrect a moment ago. My apologies. Alright, so we got the loco brake on. We're going to hop onto these tankers here behind us and just see how it feels physically. Nice gradual movement. Turn that light off. There we go. We are in there like swimwear. Let's get these doors open for maximum loudageness. Turn our lights on here, shall we? Let me shut this one off. There we go. Will it shut back on, though? I think it'll turn back on once I hop in here. Alright. Let's do some pulling. Should probably click on the actual locomotive there first, eh? There we go. Let's look at the smoke as well. That looks pretty good. Another notch. I'm liking this exhaust. I think that's been stepped up a bit since the Alco series. That looks great. Another notch. It's pulling pretty good. I mean, they only had 1,600 horsepower. We only got a couple of tank cars here behind us. But it's not overpowered, you know. It feels nice. What is that noise? What the hell is that? Sounds like the music of a flamenco dancer. What is that? It's like some kind of recorder? I didn't notice that a moment ago. Is it a bug? I don't know what that is. That's an odd sound. All right, let's uncouple from this. Okay, so that seemed to cure it. Whatever the heck that was. That's strange. Maybe it was the air? I don't know. Alright, now let's put this thing in neutral and see what she sounds like here. For reals. For reals. The sounds, you know, they're freeware sounds from trains. Let's be honest. They're not the best. They're okay. They're passable. They sound pretty good for what it is. They could have more depth to them. They just sound very flat, I guess you could say. Anyway, let's run it through the notches here. Alright, it's just one notch. 2. 3. You hear that turbo a little bit. 7. And 8. Sounds almost identical, 7 and 8. Now we'll check them out interior-wise. Six. 5. The RPMs seem to go down accordingly, nice and slow. 4. 3. 2. And uno. Yeah, so not too shabby. And an older Baldwin in TS. It's a good day, especially for 12 bucks. Again, you really cannot go wrong unless these aren't your thing. Then, you know, to each their own. Different horses, different courses, all that good stuff. But like as far as modeling, absolutely impeccable. The exterior and interior of this thing look phenomenal. Sounds are, you know, they're passable. They're probably better than something that we would get were this to come out on the Steam store. That is a guarantee. But everything else, I mean, physics-wise, you know, the horn, bell sound great. Just the engine sound. I feel like they don't sound as good as the Alcos did. But, you know, they're not bad. They're not bad. That's the only kind of, I guess, mark I would give, you know. But I still think these are worth every bit of 12 bucks or whatever your nationality's currency may be. But damn good little pack. I'm looking forward to their Southern Pacific and Union Pacific pack. I cannot wait for that. Eagerly awaiting that, just like I was this pack. So this is awesome. Diesel Workshop, again, coming out with some of the older stuff, you know, for guys like me that aren't all like, you know, Tier 4 Gevo, you know, nonstop. I could care less, really. This is where it's at, you know, 1990 and before. This is it for me. So if you like this kind of stuff too as well, you know, go and check it out. I'll link it down below as always, but very nice stuff. That's it. Baldwin AS-616. Very awesome. That's it, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care.